Tell us your version of events.
Yes. Let me first say this. I was unaware that that was the chief's house. If I had any inclination, that we would have never knocked that door. We had put out a notice on Facebook in the West Valley looking for a suspect. And you can target certain areas. It's called a boost on Facebook. And we had gotten a tip at 7 o'clock of an address. The tip came from an Oklahoma phone number. The suspect that they were looking for is out of Oklahoma. I had texted back and forth a couple times. They wanted to remain anonymous. I called a couple people and said, I've got this tip. What do you want to do? Well, let's get everybody together and let's go out there. I looked up on the Maricopa's website who the owner of the house was. I live in Mesa. I don't pay attention to Phoenix information, who the chief is. I don't know. The name Joseph Yonner is what I saw. And I sent a text to everybody that, this is the owner's name. But I didn't make the call. We told the gentleman that the Phoenix police was called. He says, I seriously doubt that. A lady that was with him, he told it to call, and the police showed up. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong.
Mr. Farley, were you reckless, though? Because from what the state says is they have no registration from you that you're a bounty hunter and that you're a convicted felon and shouldn't have a gun in the first place.
Okay. On the first point, I do not have a license as a bounty hunter in Arizona. However, other people that were on scene do, and if a suspect was there and an arrest was made, it would be done by somebody who is licensed, not me.
Then why do it? You're not licensed. You can't make an arrest.
The reason, hold on, let me go back to your second question was?
The felony conviction,
Yes.
the Class 6 felony conviction, and having a firearm.
Okay. You are incorrect to say that I'm a convicted felon. In the state of Arizona, they do not expunge, they set aside. Okay, I have paperwork at home that shows that the theft charge was set aside and my rights being restored, giving me the opportunity to vote and carry a firearm.
What about the sex with a minor felony?
My understanding, that's a misdemeanor.
It says it's a Class 6 felony according to these court documents.
That's, man, from what year is that? And I'm not going to play ignorant with you. What year is it?
It goes from 1992, but the case goes all the way to 2009 when you requested that the charges be dismissed, but that was denied.
Yes.
And it was denied, and it says it does not give you a right to have a firearm.
I've got, like I said again, I had the paperwork at home. Okay, that clearly shows. I think it was somewhere on my birthday. It's stamped. It comes from Maricopa County Superior Court. That gives me permission or the opportunity to vote and to carry a firearm.
So are you the owner of North Star Fugitive Recovery then?
Yes.
You are the owner, but you are not registered.
Correct. And again, anybody that would make an arrest is licensed through the Department of Insurance. Your question, the reason why. My background has been in skip tracing and finding people. I Googled his name. And because when I Googled his name, the first thing that came up was pictures of the chief of police. And then I realized the gravity of what had happened. The other point is this. There's been many times doors have been knocked, and the suspect doesn't live there. It's an old address. This isn't something that is rare. The problem that I have is this. I was accused or investigated for aggravated assault. I was taken down to downtown Phoenix. My bond originally was $650. My bond now is $2,500 cash. I can give you and I'm sure you guys know more about me than I know about me. Not what I did that has you guys here today. It's not what I did that has me incarcerated right now. It's who was involved. If the chief of police was not the one who answered the door, none of this would ever come to light. And the person that gave us the tip, the number it comes from Oklahoma.
Could it have been the person that you were looking for himself setting you up?
It could have been Santa Claus at this point. When the chief opened the door, he was aggressive. I backed off. In fact, I ran into the guy that was next to me trying to back off to get away. The last thing I want is any type of confrontation with somebody who's not the person that's being looked for.
When do you think you'll be out?
Well, my bond's $2,500 cash when it originally was $650. So I guess it boils down to when my family comes up with $2,500. On 2 misdemeanor charges. Watch this. I'm sitting in a cell with 30 other guys. The guy sitting next to me, his charge is assault. Not knocking the police door, but assault. He beat somebody up. You know what his bond amount is? $2,500. I have 2 misdemeanors. Again, it goes back to not what I did. It goes back to who answered the door.
Mr. Farley, and you've talked about this, but I really want you to get to the heart of why you did what you did. You're a convicted felon.
No, ma'am, I'm not.
You are a convicted felon according to court paperwork. You aren't registered with the state. What business do you have running a bounty hunting business? What business do you have doing that?
Again, the people that make the arrests are licensed.
But what business do you have running this business? Going to a door with a gun, which you did in the video. What business do you have doing that?
So, what business do I have doing that? I was unaware. I did not know that it was against the law. If I did, it would not be something I would be doing. The common sense that when the tip comes in, to act on it, and the tip specifically said that he was only going to be at that house for the next couple of hours.
So right now in the eyes of the public, and certainly in the eyes of Phoenix PD, you're kind of this rogue bounty hunter operating outside the lines. Do you feel misunderstood?
Well, yes, 100%. The guys that are licensed, they're good guys, and they're good at what they do.
How many people were there last night?
Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday night, sorry. PD's saying 11.
I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
9.
And that's including my wife and my daughter, who were in a vehicle around the corner. And their role, and I've said this, the thought is if our team goes in and they are in trouble, they don't have time to call 911. They do carry radios. The thought is that they could let my wife know who's away from the scene and safe. My wife, her role is to make sure that everybody's okay. Okay. She doesn't want to be a bounty hunter. She doesn't want. It doesn't excite her. It's not something she wants to do. My wife and daughter sat around the corner, safe. There's no rogue in anything that happened. I'll say it one more time. It's not what we did that has brought us together. It's who answered the door. Because I promise you, if your door was knocked, it would not have gone down the way that it did. The chief came out very aggressive.
You feel like you're being made an example of?
100%. And you guys, aggravated assault is what I was told I was being charged with when I was coming down here. I don't know what class of a felony that is, but it's a felony. I'm in jail, not for knocking the door, not for pointing a gun at anybody. Criminal trespass. He told me to get off his property one time, and I went over and I stood on the sidewalk. Disorderly conduct. Honestly, those 2 charges have brought all of you out? There's guys sitting in this jail right now for much more heinous crimes, and you're not talking to them. Because again, it's not what we did or the door we knocked, it's who answered it.